So a few days ago, I asked the post about who has lower back problems. As expected, a lot of people responded. The American Chiropractic Association estimates that 31 million people have lower back problems. So you're not alone in this. I want to start this off by saying that I'm just a strength and conditioning specialist. I say that lightly, but what I mean is I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a chiro. I'm not a PT. I'm not a doctor. I just been working with athletes for over a decade, and I learned some things along the way. For the most part, many people have lower back issues because of this right here. Our core stabilizers are no longer active, right? They don't have to be because we're locked in place. Our hip flexors are tight because we're always sitting in that position, and our glutes are weak because they're always stretched. So our glute acts as a hip extender, and so does our lower back. So if this is weak and this is tight, right? This is going to be overworked. We're going to have to loosen this and strengthen this. All right, so this can start carrying its own weight in that hip extension motion, right? So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to talk about is strengthening the glute, get it to carry its own weight. We do these by glute bridges. We're coming here, heels by our butt. All right, we're going to squeeze in with those heels, like I said, about 6 inches or so from our butt. Squeeze our belly button, and then we're going to activate the transverse abdominals, which is going to help us relax our back. Squeezing in, squeezing in. We're going to go up and we're going to hold for 15 seconds with our knees, hips, and shoulders in one straight line. All right, as we're doing this, we're squeezing our glute. You should only feel it in your glute. If you start feeling that all in your lower back, come back down, take a few seconds, take a few breaths, belly button in again, get real thin, and come up and squeeze, get it into the glute. Knees, hips, shoulders, one straight line. Starting with 3 sets of 15-second hold. Remember, we shouldn't be feeling anything in our back. If we're feeling it in our back, that means our glute stopped carrying its own weight and our back is going back to doing the extension. Not only is it uncomfortable, it's making matters worse and not better. So we always want to feel that in the glute. The next thing we want to do is stretch the hip flexor. Right, so I'm gonna get a little too tall, so my head might be cut off on this. But the easiest way to do that, come right here, this leg down, move our hips down and forward, slightly down and forward. We're not gonna overarch or do anything like that. Just feel a general light stretch coming in through here. If you have the quad flexibility, you can come up here, get that stretch going all the way down through the quad. Just hold that for about 30 seconds or so. But we wanna strengthen the glute, and stretch the hip flexors. Like I said, I'm not a medical professional. I'm a strength and conditioning specialist. I've been working with athletes for over a decade, but I'm not a doctor, a PT, a chiro. I will be working with some in future videos just to kind of help out some more and get their medical perspective with their unique background. But that's just my thing. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. It's a good foundation. I would do this every morning and every night. Start with 3 sets of 15 seconds. And after about a week, go to 3 sets of like 20 seconds, 3 sets of 25, 30, all the way up till you're doing it for about a minute. And it should help a lot of people, save you a lot of money in the process, hopefully. So you're going only using these great chiros and PTs when you absolutely need to, not just in the, based upon your lifestyle or your habits, right? Because this is how we sit in the car, this is how we sit at work, this is how I sleep. So we're always flexed. So we gotta strengthen this because it's stretched and weak, and stretch this. All right, we'll talk more about getting all the core active and our stabilizers active because they're turned off in this position. They're on when we're standing and moving and running, but they're off when we're sitting, and we are based upon lifestyle. So if you have any feedback, like I said, let me know. Any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll put all my links into the description below, and I'll be, I'll help as much as I can, and then I'll pass you on to a professional when that time is needed. Thank you.